My name is Gayle Berthiaume, and the Berthiaume rhymes with perfume.
Right.
Because I had all those little kindergarten kids with no front teeth. Mrs. Perfume.
That is great.
Anyway, and in the summertime, I live in Minnesota.
Okay.
Just northwest of the Minneapolis.
In the summertime.
In the summertime, and fall, and spring. And the wintertime, we live here in Port Charlotte in Florida.
Nice.
Yes.
There you go. That's great because you get the best of both.
I get nice weather all year round.
Exactly.
Yes.
So what do you do?
What do I do? Yeah. Well, I taught for 35 years, K1 and 2.
Okay.
And then I retired, and I've been doing professional development worldwide ever since.
Great.
So I train people all over the place.
So what are some of the things that you train people with?
I train on anything Apple. So, Macs and iPads and phones and all kinds of stuff.
Sure.
And then iPhones. And then I also train some for Houghton Mifflin Harcourt because I'm an independent contractor.
Okay.
And so I do journeys and Go Math and math expressions and Splash and Big Day for Pre-K and I do a lot of coaching.
Okay.
So I go in and coach teachers. And,
that is awesome. Man.
Yes.
So what are you presenting here?
So today I presented, let's see if I can remember the name of that long title. Let me tell you a story. Creating books with early learners.
Wow, okay.
Yes, just finished that 2.5-hour session, workshop.
So what were some of the things that you covered in that workshop? I mean, I have an idea.
Yeah, but, how to select apps, the appropriateness, developmentally appropriate apps. We also talked about apps for creating stories that are just audio. Okay. So they just have to talk into them.
Yeah.
And then they also have apps that are both where they move the images, like Puppet Pals, where they move the images and talk to it.
Yes.
And then we talked about Book Creator and Pages and Explain Everything, where they do it all.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that is great.
And how to use them in the classrooms, and then people shared a lot of how they would use them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is very, very cool.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So, Jeff is back.
Hi, Jeff.
Hi. This is Jeff. I did not get to introduce myself. I'm David, by the way. I didn't get to actually officially introduce myself before when you sat down. And her last name is pronounced Berthiaume. Berthiaume, like perfume.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, not Berthiaume. That's
not Berthiaume. No. Yes, it's French Canadian.
Oh, awesome.
Yes. So when we went to Montreal and looked in the phone book, there's 165 Berthiaume families.
So when you're in Minnesota, you're like, there must be like one of me everywhere.
There's a few Berthiaumes. Yeah. When I first met my husband, he said, "Oh, you know how to say my name?" I said, "Yeah, I've had Berthiaume children in my classes before." So
that was probably a bonus. That put you high on
that. You got it. Right? You got it.
So he was like, "She's the one." That is awesome. So, when you are working with teachers around, and I'm specifically going to address the creating books, the creating stories. Once those are created, what do you see what are the teachers doing with that final product?
Oh my gosh, lots of different options. Okay, some of them are printing. I'm thinking specifically Book Creator right now.
Sure.
Okay, just because doing different things with different apps.
Yeah.
But with Book Creator, they print them out as PDFs so the kids can actually have them hands-on, because little kids especially. Even when I was teaching first grade, I had some high school students come over and help my first graders create books.
Oh, yes.
And I printed out copies for the high school kids. Oh. And it just so happened that I had those same kids in my kindergarten class.
Yeah.
And one of the high school girls came up to me and she said, tears in her eyes, she goes, "Oh, I can hardly wait to show my mom what I did in school today."
That is awesome.
So those hands-on things are still important.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
But they also share them as EPUBs so that they can be read in iBooks.
Sure.
And and then as videos, and then they put them up on their website. Now, Book Creators in their next update will have a publish. You can publish it and put it up on your website directly.
Ah, nice.
So publish to website.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
That's great.
Yeah. So that will be a great feature to have.
That is very cool. I know one of the things that I've worked with several teachers about getting their students' works published. That's a big part of.
Right.
We have a couple of EduTech friends, and that's one of their big things is why am I doing this work for essentially the teacher only? Why am I doing this for an audience of one when I could reach anybody who wanted
Millions,
to see it?
exactly.
Exactly. And so that's one of the things that I work with teachers is helping them see that, yes, I understand why you want it. It's it's students doing the work for your class, and as part of their learning and assessment and blah blah all that other stuff. But at the end of the day, if there is a way that you can take the work that student has created and make it something tangible, and by tangible, put that in quotes. I mean, PDF to me is tangible. It's something I can read that's outside the closed classroom environment. Yep. Parents love that stuff. Grandparents love that stuff. Peers love that stuff. I love the fact that you had a high school student, just
excited about it. Exactly. But
amazing.
with both Book Creator and Pages, you can publish it to an EPUB and then put it up on iTunes.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
So the kids can download it.
So what other iPad apps do you really like? Do you have some iPad apps that you really enjoyed?
I have lots of.
Okay. What's your top three?
My new favorites this week.
Exactly right.
What are your new favorites
This week.
That's what Jamie Donnelly was just here talking about. That she's like, you just have to keep on your game. It changes so quickly in education and keeping up with it.
But I think the ones that I use today, in my Let Me Tell a Story workshop, I think I had two newer ones to me, but then all the rest were my old favorites.
You're staying true.
My tried and true ones that I've used forever.
Yeah.
I've used GarageBand ever since it ever came out. I love GarageBand. I love it for creating background sounds for books, for creating their music. I love it for fluency.
Oh yeah.
Where you have them read their passage or their book on one track, and then at the end of the week read that same passage again and see if it's shortened up, because they can visually see those two tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is great.
Yeah, and it's just some of those types of things. I love Puppet Pals. That's been one of my old favorites. And I was surprised today with all of my old favorites. There was maybe, how many people in my session? Maybe 20. And there'd be like 3 people that had ever heard of it.
Oh,
I went, so my old favorites are new to them. And I went,
right.
Really?
Right. Yeah.
Okay, that's why I keep doing this.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I think you helped take it to the next level. They might have heard about that old tried and true, years ago.
Right.
Some of those apps we've been using for years. But until someone shows them how to use it
in a different way.
That's exactly it.
Exactly.
And how to integrate it into the classroom, into their daily routine.
Yes.
Then it helps them go, I need to reevaluate this again.
Exactly.
Take another
well,
look
that's why we used, today I showed them Chatterpix Kids. And all it is you can take a picture of whoever, and all the child has to do is draw their line across the mouth. And then it's, there used to be an old online one called Blabber.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's similar to Blabber.
Yeah.
Or Blabberize.
Yes.
Anyway, and then you record what you want to say, and then the mouth moves up and down.
Yes.
Yeah. It's very simple.
Oh, wow.
But anyway, and so I was, telling them about how the preschool kids and kindergarten kids that I've worked with have used this to tell their story.
Yeah.
And then Gayle Lovely shared that she was in a class where I think it was either second grade or fourth grade, had taken a plastic pop bottle a water bottle, and they were talking about recycling. And so they'd drawn a line across the bottle and had the bottle tell about recycling.
That's great. Oh, that's great.
It's just those simple little, think out of the box type stuff
Yes.
that happen. It's just fun. Yeah. And so, and then we were just talking about, and we were sharing, it took me back to a conversation where we were talking about how to share things across the web. And when I was teaching, I had a student, we'd made a book about transportation around the world. Because I just returned from a trip overseas, and so I brought back transportation photos, and we were talking about the kids, and so they were talking about buses in England and in Prague and and United States, and telling their stories. And little Evan raises his hand and he said, "Mrs. Berthiaume, we really need to have the Czech Republic language written in a different language, because I know you're going to put it up on our website, and we want to make sure that those kids over in Czech Republic can read our book."
Oh my goodness! Wow.
And I said, "Well, Evan, how are we going to do that?" He said, "Well, you just copy what we just typed, and then you paste it into the translator, and then you paste it back again." Okay, Evan. So we made our book multi languages.
Oh my gosh.
I've always said, if you just let them have it, they'll pretty much show us the direction we need to go in.
That's
exactly what happens. So is that your only session that you have here at FETC?
And this year I only have one. At FETC. I'm going to be helping with the Apple session on Thursday, the primary learning one.
Cool.
I'll help Sharon with that one.
Awesome.
So you get to be an attendee.
This year I'm going to be an attendee. Awesome. Other years I schedule myself pretty tight, but
well, this one's going to now you have this pre-con's getting out of the way, and so when all
got it. Now I can go get rid of my heavy load of computer bag. And
That's right. And then you get ready to fill it up with all the stuff that you get from
I'm just going to bring my little carry bag with my iPad in it.
That's right. Well, we always and grab all the swag from
exactly. Because I understand that there'll be a lot of it in there. So that's we always like to wrap up with a 45-second elevator pitch. So your opportunity. Well, and don't let it panic you. Just tell us about you, and you get on the elevator with one of your heroes, and you have the opportunity to share your goals and your dreams. And anytime you're ready.
Sharing my goals and my dreams. So what I would really like for people to do is to contact me, and because Gayle Lovely and I have a company called Suddenly It Clicks, and we've written a book using an iPad with your preschooler. And we do training for not only education, but we also do it for PTAs and libraries, where we train the parents to work with their child and to interact together with the iPad, not just using it as a babysitter.
Right.
So my elevator pitch would be to schedule us for a nice workshop or a nice training.
And how would they do that?
How would they do that? They would go to suddenlyitclicks.com.
Okay, that'll work.
That makes it real easy.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Well,
thank you for stopping by, and I hope you have a great conference.
Thank you.
If you see the seat open anytime and want to sit down and share anything you can find, please do.
Okay, sounds good.
That's how we find out. We don't get to roam like everyone else, so we kind of take it from everyone that comes by the booth.
You get to learn in little bits.
And little bits. And we will give you a token of appreciation for coming by and sitting and visiting with us.
Thank you. Thank you.
First swag. I mean, my first swag.
There you go. There you go. I don't pick up too much swag because I'm not in the classroom anymore.
Right.
So, when I was in the classroom, I'd go, I can use this with my kids.
Exactly.
So now, and I've got a multitude of pens. So it's like, no, this one pen I'll take. I like that one.
Right. Exactly.
Awesome. Well, enjoy FETC.
I go for the hugs of people I know.
There you go.
That's even better.
Exactly.
That really is. That's like the best reason to go.
Yeah. I go to meet with the people I haven't seen since last year.
Yeah,
so
that's awesome.